So unfortunately, Charlotte's blood sugar is still low. The extra feedings aren't working, so we're gonna switch over to the glucose supplementation. Okay, yeah, whatever you need to do to get my daughter healthy. You know, we're here. So, yeah, so I'll be back shortly.
You know, a baby was just born. You're still not talking to me?
I'm trying to move past it, but I'm still a little upset because there my mom was, throwing it in my face that doctors said I was obese, and then she said that I was eating unhealthy in my pregnancy and caused my daughter's blood sugar to be low. It would have been nice for you to just chime in and say no or whatever.
I didn't want to get in between you and your mom. That's not my place, but at the end of the day, I feel like she was just turning around and call me an enabler. You know, I was the one that bought you that food. I went and got you Taco Bell 3 times a week.
I'm trying not to be sensitive, and I'm trying not to overanalyze your words, but is that you agreeing with her?
Oh, I'm just saying. I feel like she would have thrown me under the bus just like you. And again, it's between you and your mother. I don't want to be that guy that steps in. The last time I did that, she got mad at me, and...
Okay, but do you agree? Do you agree that I ate like a pig during my pregnancy and I didn't eat healthy, and then I caused my daughter to have low blood sugar, and it was my fault that I had preeclampsia?
Miranda, I care about you a lot. I care about your health. I care about our baby's health. Did you need to eat Taco Bell 3 times a week and all the other stuff? No. But I wanted to see you happy. No, I told you that I didn't want to talk about that. The second that I saw it, I asked you about it, and I said, you know what, forget it. And you turned that into something. Okay, and I'm sorry if I get offended when someone says that my daughter looks like your ex-husband and throws that out there and puts that into the universe. And I'm sorry that I wanted you to take a long maternity leave to bond with our daughter. It wasn't me trying to be controlling or anything else. I just hate to see you go back to work earlier than you need to. That's it.
It's just like there's a double standard, you know. I'm not allowed to get upset that doctors call me obese. I'm not allowed to be sensitive about that. I'm not allowed to get upset that my mom is blaming me for everything. But you can get upset over people commenting on photos, and then get upset over me not wanting to take my full maternity leave and go back to work to keep my sanity.
No, Miranda, I'm not going to hold any of this against you, because I really think that you're already going through some postpartum stuff, because you're not acting like yourself.
You know, you keep saying that we started arguing more once Charlotte was born and all this, but I just think it's you and me have different parenting styles. You and me have different outlooks on things.
Miranda, baby, I don't want to fight. I don't...
No, it's not my postpartum. I'm a little pissed off because you got so uptight the second that I said, oh, I was considering going back to work just a little bit early just in case my mental health started to slip or something. And then, yes, I know that obesity is a medical term and I'm overweight or whatever, but it still bothers me when I hear it, and no one understands that, and I thought that you would understand it. And then you just stood there when my mom said everything was my fault in my pregnancy, that I ate, sorry that I ate bad, sorry that I was like coping with things, like I'm not giving myself an excuse, but I can't believe people are throwing it in my face.
It has nothing to do with that, Miranda. You know I trust you. You know it. I don't like seeing that written under a photo of our daughter. I don't like that being in the universe. I don't like people thinking it. And I know I can't control what people say or what they do or what they think. But I don't have to like something.
You know why it bothers me that you get upset when you see people comment on our baby like, oh, she looks like Joey or this and that? Because low-key it just says to me you don't trust me and that you believe these people and that maybe you do have doubts that it's his baby or something when I told you a million times that it's yours. That's why I get upset over that.
I'm not crazy. I really think, I don't know. You've been arguing with your mom, you've been arguing with your sister, now you're arguing with me. I think you're the problem right now, Miranda. And I'm trying to not do any of this, and I'm trying not to get upset because you just had a baby. So can we stop?
I just can't. I can't right now. Where you at? My mom's gonna watch my son today.
Who, me? I'm on break at work, baby. You know, I'm just working a little overtime, you know?
You know, I checked the Snapchat map earlier and it said you at the courthouse. Like, why is it saying you at the courthouse?
Oh. Says that on Snapchat? That's crazy. You know what?
when it comes to my phone and that app, always messes up the location. You know, at one time it told me I was at like a bowling alley. So I want to see you tonight though, you know? When I'm done with work, I want to see you tonight. Alright, I'll be over. I was thinking, why don't we go to your place? You know, you're always at mine. Mine cramped and stuff. Like, why don't we go to yours? We go to your place. You know I'm not comfortable with you meeting my son yet. I don't want you meeting him yet. Don't take that the wrong way. That's just how I want it to be right now. Oh, alright. Yeah, that's no problem. You can come here. Still get to see you. So, that's all I want. I miss you.
Alright, next case. Joseph Riley. Please step forward.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you? It's great to see you again. Sorry that you have to see me again.
Alright, according to my documents here, you lost your visitation rights to see your son.
Yeah, so I had missed, it wasn't anything, you know, crazy. It was just, I missed them because I don't think that I got an agent that was flexible with things. And I know that you need excused absences and stuff, but as you may have remembered, I restructured my child support because prior to that, I had trouble with the payments, meaning, you know, I couldn't really afford anything like gas. And there was 1 week where I missed the visitation because I couldn't put gas in my car. I couldn't even afford a cab. The last visitation right, that last strike, very controversial because I was legitimately sick and urgent care did not want to give me a note and the agent did not want to be flexible with not accepting the excuse. So that's why my visitation rights were taken away.
I also have it recorded here that you recently got a DUI.
Yes, Your Honor. I did get a DUI, and I had my license suspended, and yeah, it has been really hard on me, just the whole situation, and again, I've been under duress, and it led me to fall into old habits, and I've had a problem with drinking, and I've been in and out of things. But right now, I'm in a 12-step program. I obviously have not been behind the wheel, and I'm turning my life around, you know? The 12-step program, like the first time, it's helping me. And I really think that, you know, being around my son helps me. Seeing him gives me life. It makes me a different person, and, you know, it's just been a hard situation for me. I'm not giving myself any excuses, but I struggle with addiction, and I have found ways to better myself in that situation.
Alright, state your case as to why we should reinstate a modified version of your visitation rights today.
Okay, so moving forward, I don't plan on missing any of my weekends if I get them back, whatever days I get for junior. I don't plan on missing a single one. I plan on being in the 12-step program, keeping up with my child support payments. I really plan on using these shortcomings of mine to turn my life around, to be a better dad, and that's really all I can do is give you my word that I'm going to be a better person for him because he's my world. And I think I've finally found a way to deal with an ex-wife who intentionally makes my life hard. Her fans attack me daily, and that drives me to drink. Reading comments about me and just the hateful things I see, I've learned to not read them, but, you know, a couple weeks ago I was into it, you know, and they caused me to crash my car and get behind the wheel. Again, no excuses, but it's hard as someone who's on the internet.
Alright, don't continue anymore because I'm seeing that your ex-wife, Miranda Riley, was issued a summons to appear today, but she listed her absence as giving birth. So she was not able to make it today, therefore we cannot proceed with today's hearing.
Oh, in terms of the appeal, I didn't think she was a part of this process. I thought it was just me appealing.
Yeah, so what's going to happen now is we're going to issue another summons to Miranda. We're going to give her another date, and we'll let you know when the next hearing is. We're sorry for the inconvenience. This was a clerical error on our part. We'll get this handled as quickly as possible.
Okay guys, this is exciting. I'm gonna go get you Charlotte's discharge papers and you guys are gonna be on your way. Dad can pull the car up.
Oh wow, just like that. We can all leave with Charlotte?
Yeah, it looks like we didn't need the glucose after all. Sometimes these things just turn themselves around, so. Of course, the doctor's gonna want you to follow up with your pediatrician just to make sure that Charlotte's blood sugar stays at a decent level. And, yeah, you can take it from there. I know we weren't here in the hospital that long, but part of me feels like we were never gonna leave. Like, I don't know. This just felt like the longest time. Yeah, it feels like just 5 minutes ago that they were giving you that trouble at home form to fill out. It's crazy how time flies.
That trouble at what form? What form are we talking about?
Oh, you're right, you weren't here. The nurse gave Miranda a little, like, mini interview with a form, asking her if she had any trouble at home. You know, things along that line.
Is there a reason that form needed to be filled out? The last time I checked, I was a good boyfriend to Miranda.
It might be hospital policy. I'm not sure. I don't know if they give it to women who they think might be in danger. It might have been also your allegations. You know, you are a semi-public figure since the internet show. Mom!
Yeah, I think we've all been in this hospital a little bit too long. Can't wait to leave. So when you were filling out that trouble at home form, talking to the nurse about our home life and our relationship, what did you say, if you don't mind me asking?
Brian, that form isn't what you think, okay? They're just asking you straightforward questions about how your life is at home. And I was honest. I said, you're a great boyfriend to me. You're going to be a great dad. I don't have any toxicity at my home. And yes, you had allegations against you and took a lie detector test, but I trust you. I was honest with the woman.
Am I ever gonna live down those allegations? I know I took a lie detector test and failed, and I told you that I would leave your life and not bother you anymore. And you told me you trusted me. But here we are again with this. Am I ever gonna live down people saying that my daughter looks like your ex-husband?
All right, Brian, we're home. Charlotte's here for the first time. This is her first time in our home. You know, we're starting our life, our family. Can we just not fight?
After me saying I didn't want to fight 500 million times in the hospital, now you don't want to argue.
So I've pretty much decided that I'm not gonna move out after all. I think you need help with the baby. Mom, with all due respect, glad you're making decisions or whatever, but now's not the time. I don't want to talk about this right now. I don't mean to be rude, I really don't, but it just seems like you both can't keep your temper at bay. And all you did was argue in the hospital, and Miranda, I feel like your postpartum is already, there. I'm gonna say this once and never again. I want everyone to really internalize what I'm about to say. I'm not going through any postpartum anything right now. I am okay. I'm tired, I have a headache, and I feel sore because I just had a baby. But I'm not going through I'm not suffering through postpartum or something.
Yeah. Then why have you been so snappy with me? Why have you been so snappy with everyone?
Because if you're not questioning me about some stupid piece of paper in the hospital, you're getting mad at me for something that my cousin said on Instagram, or you're saying that I shouldn't go back to work when I earned my spot at my job, and I should be allowed to like my job. I shouldn't just be forced to want to be a mom, and you shouldn't dictate my maternity leave. And then you tell me that I'm fat and that I ate terrible during my pregnancy and that I caused my daughter to be sick, and you expect me to not be pissed off about that? Screw you. Miranda, I know I've been hard on Brian, and I've instigated a few things, regrettably, but he really does care about being a good father and taking care of that baby, and the way you've been treating him, I think you're kind of taking it for granted. Miranda, I don't get leave at work like you. You know what I mean? I gotta go back before you, so I need to get back on track when it comes to sleep. I can't be up with the baby all night. And I'm not trying to be insensitive to you, but like, it is a little bit of the mom's job to care for the baby while I prepare for work, you know? Like, you're making me sound like a dick.